24-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. His throw incomplete.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Our first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Trubisky.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get the play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
And take it right on the 30.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Well, they showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, and begin to have hope.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, I mean, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll go option to the short side.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Uses the stiff arm.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Hurts going to keep it again.
He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll just... The drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Trubisky will throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Sanders.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Trubisky.
Completion here to Claypool. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Trubisky to throw.
Locates Claypool on the crossing route.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play. Sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. One last shot for Trubisky. One last shot at the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Could not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but of little consequence in the end, as this one's now over. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts. Hurts throwing right away.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
To throw, Mills. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mills. He's got Jordan complete right side.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Kareem Hunt
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
The Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 12 carries, 52 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mills to the air again.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown!
Grant Calcaterra
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Here's Mills.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hurts. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith,
34 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Throwing, Mills.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
14 yards.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to shoot here and try to get points out of this drive.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he completes it to Hunt.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Texans.
Kareem Hunt.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third. And Mills is intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action now. Mills. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
But look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. You need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins,
27 yards.
and the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But first down, Hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
Back now in Houston. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mills.
He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mills.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Houston set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mills to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Houston. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans get a bit closer. Mills going to throw for it.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now Mills.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Mills.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Davis Mills.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hunt going to run for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Here we go, here we go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The 20, 10, touchdown.
Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now Wentz.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. straight ahead, Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gibson again.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting... to 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's...
These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz gets by him at the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there.
They'll try to run it in, going option right, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL with interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that's a way to play the caller's trick right there. Right up there with run the ball inside the tackles on 1st down. You just watch your quarterback get sacked on the previous play. Now you let those defensive linemen penetrate again, hoping to get their hand.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we're
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
20, 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Wentz. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
When you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A handoff for Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Wentz to the right side and completes to Thomas.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
To throw, it's Wentz. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. Touchdown!
Logan Thomas
from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
They'll start with the option.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Hurts. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Or a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there for the Eagles. First down, 18 yards. Another run with Sanders. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Here's Sanders. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Wins his throw complete there to Thomas.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down 28-24. A minute 45 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had...